If you are looking for a nickel box hunt, this is the place to be. Let's get it cracking. Hey, this is Chupacabra de Plata, Silver Chupacabra, and we are here to check out another box of these. Last time out, we had a great box hunt of quality and quantity. Accordingly, we didn't fill these babies, which we continually hover over. That's unfortunate, and we did have a chance. Oh, yeah, we're here. We did have a chance to fill that the last time out, but we got another one of those, which is all right. Those are semi-key dates. Had a lot of semi-key dates on the last one. We did have two upgrades right there, the 44P and that beautiful 47 that we got on there. That's another one of those great upgrades that are continually making this a better and better collection all the time. And of course, the ones that were in there are going down to the other collections. I've got 4 of them going on. Hey, they're making them better too. Anyway, I'm tired of seeing these things empty, and I'm sure if you've been following me, you may be tired of seeing it too. Who knows when we're going to get them filled? Will 2025 be the year? I like to think short term, but man, sometimes you got to think on a yearly term nowadays. Got the Buffalo Nickel collection out. I have not had that out for a few coin boxes. We did have a Buffalo Nickel show up. Well, we had that year show up, but we didn't have a filler for it. I think that one also was a Nicodate candidate. But as you can see, plenty of holes to fill in. Even if they're the common, most of the fillies are going to be commons. And you know what? Even if I got plenty of filly empties in here. I was looking for the 30. Oh, 37 was up there. I always thought it was funny that 38 and 37 did have a filly, but 38 did not. They already started with Jefferson Nickel, so hey. They didn't make that many of them either. So anyway, that is that for that. Are we looking for other things like V nickels and shield nickels? Well, what the heck? Why not? Varieties, accordingly. Silverware nickels are always welcome. So are semi-key and key dates. We have not seen a key date nickel for quite a while now. I don't think we've actually had one this year. But anyway, how are we going to get them? You're looking at it. Here are the top enders. Voila. You got kind of something we've seen many, many times before. There's nothing out there really standing out like a Silverware nickel or a Buffalo nickel, but you know, you got some ones that might be a little bit old. I actually do know this is a 49. I saw the 4 before that, and I kind of used my finger to pull on that a little bit. So we do know we have a 1949. That's cool. But lots of these are looking newish. At least the enders are, of course. Yeah, it is what it is. We can see what our first one is going to look like. It's going to be a 2005. Will it have a bison on the other side? Well, we'll find out on that one. Oh, another new one. So that means all the goodies are in the inside, of course, in Loomis. Or this is all brought to you by Loomis. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and get ready. We're going to roll 2. Now, I've got this sitting in the coin roll itself, and I do this with the nickels. You've seen it before. And this one just kind of, I just looked at this like, man, that really does have the right tone. I mean, some of these do not have the right tone, you know? But that one does to be a World War II nickel. But this was an ender. And the end that we were looking at was right here. It was all corroded and kind of cruddy. I didn't see it before this, but take a look. You can barely see it there because I don't know what's going on with lamination. I don't know what's going on with that, but that is an S. It's actually a Civil War nickel, and I don't think I've ever had a Civil War nickel as an ender before. This is very cool. It's too bad it's in cruddy shape, but hey, you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. What does that even mean? I mean, I get what it means. Anyway, I'll be interested to see what the date is. I believe it's the 44S that is the lowest mintage S. And it's hard to find, by the way. If we weren't sure about the S, by the way, that is a Civil War nickel. Well, it's 1940s, and if it comes up with 2, 3, 4, or 5, hey, Italy a 3, 1943. Civil War nickel it is. It is definitely not in the loveliest of conditions, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. Onward we go. Third roll is up to bat here, laid out. 58. Sticking out there, slapping us in the face, and I'm here. So later 50s usually would be a Denver Mint mark, and that is what we get. Pretty decent shape. Second fine, 3 rolls. Good start. Let's continue on. The fifth roll is up to bats. You're going to have our oldest fine, Jefferson fine of this very early box hunt. 1939. Very cool. It's definitely got the wear to it. I always like it when it's got that dirt in there that kind of accentuates the portrait and the lettering and whatnot. Makes it look old. Don't believe this is going to be one of the 2 key dates. It just does not have the build-up for it or the detail to it. Where you're going to see most D's and S's having decent detail. It is a filly. Cool find. Whether it's common or not, still a cool find. Third find in 5 rows. We still have plenty to check out. Ooh, what could that be? On roll 6. Now, I looked at this coin, only the rim of the coin, when it was up on the roll. I just didn't think. It had the tone, but it didn't have the rounding of the rim enough to really look at there. And take a look. It's another Civil War nickel. Second one of this very early end of the box hunt here, and there it is. I'm not sure what's going on with the 2 sides here with the crud, but D for Denver. I don't get too many D's, even though I live in Denver. I'm going to have to do a little cleaning there. I don't know what the heck that is, but anyway. It is a Civil War nickel, and we're going to find out. We had a 43S earlier. Make sure I get the right angle on that. I already know it's in the 40s. Oh, cool. 43D. The 43D has the lowest mintage of all Civil War nickels. It's a hard one to find. I almost consider this a semi-key date. That's that hard to find. That's a fine, man. What do we need? We need a 43P to get the mint cycle. I don't think I've ever gotten a mint cycle for a silver ore nickel, but got a good start. Still on roll 6, the middle part of the roll. 1949 coming in. Nice. This has already started out very strong. This will be our 5th find. We're not even through 6 rolls yet. Not a ton of detail there. It's pretty worn on the hair. I would think that this would not be a semi-key date, but I've been fooled before. S would be the mintage of choice here. But filling downward would not be booed. This will be a filling on that one. 1949. So far we've had, 4 in the 40s, 2 of those being silver ore nickels, 1 in the 30s, 1 in the 50s. Still just a little bit at the very end of roll 6. This is not a old find. You can already see by the date, it's 75D. Unfortunately, the D's not up there. In between the 5 and his back shoulder blades. Anyway, you can see what I'm looking at. I saw this in the roll itself, and I just wanted to wait until you got it out of the roll. I don't know what is going on with this nickel for this to actually happen, and it is on both sides. It's like a pox. So if there's some sort of nickel pox error that I don't know about, please let me know in the comment section. Onward we go. To roll 14. We did have a 1958D pop in on the 10th roll. It's been a little bit quiet here in the last 4 rolls, but it's not always good to be finding things. Hey, 1949 has come about. Semi-ring of death there, as you can see. We had a 49 Philly earlier. It just so happens at 49. Does that with semi-key date. Not bad detail. The front, let's see here. Not bad detail there either, but I'm not feeling it. It's another Philly. Cool beans. Still have just a little bit to check out with this roll. Roll 15 is laid out. We do have a late 50s find here, 59. Decent shape as well. Downward probably is. Let's confirm. That is exactly what it is. Go, 1959. Still a bit. Roll 17. And after laying it down, just checking out the earlier pieces. 1946. That'll be the 9th find of this box hunt. A little bit of a ring of death around the hair there. Head. Whatever you want to play that. Over by the brow. New semi-key or key dates. Definitely 46 Philly is more common than the 2 ones with mint marks. Which I think we are going to get a mint mark here, but I could be wrong. And I was, and I am. 46 just happens to be one of the years that Mr. Henning counterfeited some nickels. He counterfeited them in 39, which I forgot to check again. 46, 47, I forgot 44, the silver ore nickel, and then 53, and all Philadelphia, by the way. He got caught because the 44 nickel actually had a mint mark, and he did not counterfeit them with a mint mark. That big letter on top of Monticello. Anyway, 46 Philly, still quite a bit to go. We are on roll 25, halfway through this nickel box hunt. gotten a bit slow here. Last 10, 15 rolls. Not complaining. Just letting you know. I would say this is halfway into roll 25. We've got a 1953 coming out. So early 50s we've seen out of this hunt. Decent shape, I would say. The early 50s fillies actually had lower mintages than the ones in the 40s. DS mint marks are in play as well. That, my friends, will be a very strong San Francisco. Yikes, that thing was glaring at us. The 53 San Francisco minted. Nice. And that is find number 11 out of this box, and we still have a little bit left. Roll 26, just a little bit past halfway. And ladies and gents, we have got something that will stand out here. Oh, hey, that looks pretty cool. Wow, it's going to be a buffalo nickel. It's just here, it looks like it's a bit warm, but we don't know yet. But so far, it looks like a buffalo nickel, and that's all I care. Whether it's worn smooth or showing bright dates, we love them. Nice pull out there from Chupa. And there it is. Look at that date just showing out nice and shiny. You know, this almost looks like the one that I found from the previous box. Because it has a little bit less cuts in it, at least. Wow. Well, yeah, I'm not seeing much there. So that's probably going to require, it's going to require some nicotate, I would say. Hey, take a look. There's no mint mark. Yes, this definitely is AG-ish at best, fair at probably a better appraisal. She's worn. It will take nicotate to figure it out. We know it's Philly, at least. What will it be? Okay, so you notice that gouge there on top there. I thought that was going to be a problem, but the date came out pretty good. 1916. That would be 1916 Philadelphia. Once again, not in the greatest of shape whatsoever, but you know what? Buffalo nickel's a buffalo nickel. You know what? 109 years old. Let's see you look better than that. Isn't that what Yoda had said? So something like that. I don't think he was referring to a buffalo nickel, by the way. Cool. Well, we actually still have a whole roll of nickels to check out. Roll 29. And just started looking at the beginning nickels here, and we've got a late 1950s coming out, 56. Probably going to be D for Denver, but man, I was wrong many times last nickel hunt. Oh, there we go. It makes more sense. Cool beans. And what are we missing there? We're missing the 57. Plenty to look at. So it's roll 45. And it's been a while since I've checked in with everybody. I believe roll 29 was the last one we checked in. It was just right after the buffalo nickel. So not a whole lot's shown up. We did have a couple of 58s and a 59 in there. And this is going to be actually find number 17. Which I can't believe we're actually up to 17 after a pretty good cold streak there. But there's a 1952. Nice. Got definitely an old tone to it. wear there, but it's in pretty decent detail. Let's see if we do have a mint mark to go with this. We do not. 52 Philly. And that is the end of roll 45. Okay, so there's Batman in his cave. We are done with this nickel box hunt. In the back half of that, the hunt, man, it just got cold as ice. But we did have 17 finds, and we did find a lot of cool coins in the beginning, at least a couple in the beginning and one in the middle. Anyway, let's go ahead and do our summary. 1946 Philadelphia. I will be weighing that since that is in the Henning nickel area there. 49, we had 2 Philadelphias on that one. We had a 52 Philadelphia. A 53 San Francisco. That was nice to get a San Francisco. 56 Denver, bunch of 58 Denvers, and a couple of 59 Denvers on that. No Canadian coins. But we did have a lot of cool stuff coming in. We did have an earlier 39 Jefferson, which, maybe had a little bit of a chance of having a mint mark, but did not. Philadelphia on that one. Midway through the 1916, just making sure that's a 6, not a 5. 16 Philadelphia, no mint mark on that. And then we had a couple very early on, first 10 rolls. 43D, that is the lowest minted of the Silver Award nickels. Always cool to find that one. And then this one, this was weird. This was actually an ender that I had seen, but I thought it was just damaged. And it was actually showing this side of it like this. You can see it's kind of got, the rim is kind of messed up and whatnot. And there might be some lamination problems. Kind of hard to tell there. I might soak this in hot water just to see if that cleans anything up or if it really is a lamination error. Anyway, you can barely see it up there, but it's an S. So check that out. 2 1943s and neither one's a P. Wow. It's an inside joke. Lots of 43Ps around there. Anyway, that is it for that hunt. I'm going to check for varieties. Not really a whole lot to look for. But I will do that. And then probably not anything changing with the collection books. But maybe there's an upgrade. Okay, well, that is the end. No varieties were found. There were no upgrades. I was able to put that 43D silver nickel into the fourth collection book that I started this year. So that was cool. Now we got, that's a hard one to get too. And I was also able to get a 52, that 52 Philly was found in that fourth one too. There you go. Well, there's that Buffalo nickel. Basically here to say goodbye. I want to thank anybody who watches a little bit, parts, halfway, all the way. Anybody wants to watch this video, that's awesome. You watch what you want to watch. I want everybody to have a great weekend, whenever you see this. Be safe out there, folks. Happy hunting. We'll be going on to pennies or maybe something else next. We'll have to see how it goes. Quarters should be also coming up. We're in May. This would be, I'm doing a quarter box per month. Might be a little bit later this time. Anyway, everybody, like I said, be safe out there. Have a great rest of your week. Cheers.